Hey guys, few of you have requested me to talk about fear as each one of us is facing it nowadays. We all know fear is an emotion, but the question is where it comes from, why it comes, and how we manage it. Let's understand it from a simple example. Think of a deer who's grazing in jungle. Suddenly a lion comes and he tries to attack him. What the deer does immediately, he has two options: either he runs away or he tries to fight back. But in the case of deer, he would not fight back. What's his option is? Only option: if there is another animal which is mightier than deer, he might fight back the lion, but deer would rather run away. But what is the reason deer is running away? It's simple. He wants to protect himself. Why he wants to protect himself is because he wants to survive. So now you understand simply, fear helps you survive or survive better. Another example is, think of a child who's trying to touch switchboard in the house and the mother comes running and she screams. Suddenly child gets shaken up and he looks around what is wrong and something, and then he fears that situation and he would think 10 times next time going to the switchboard. I know some of you might disagree that child do go back and try to touch it. We will talk about it in a separate session. But right now we are talking about fear. So the purpose of fear in both the cases is the protection. Yeah, mother does it or you do it yourself or the deer does it. It serves the same purpose of protecting you. From where fear comes is a small body part which lies in your brain, which is near to your temple region. Temple region is just your where your forehead ends and the ear, middle of the ear, forehead end, and the middle of the ear is your temple region. There is a small bean shaped like organ which is called amygdala. When your conscious and subconscious brain recognizes a threat signal, the amygdala gets activated and it starts producing hormones and some certain juices. I would not name those chemicals. It releases those chemicals in your body and it prepares you to avoid that situation. So the job of fear is basically to make you ready to avoid any situation which you are not prepared to handle. You do not know how to handle it. You have not encountered it. So your brain gives you an emotion of fear so that you avoid it completely. I would pick up the example of speaking on stage, which I gave in last talk also. Let's go by that. What you feel in that situation is the thumping in your heart and probably sweating and shaking. So where you experience your emotions is basically in your body. When your mind triggers an emotion, it naturally comes into your body. Your body feels it. And then your body gets prepared to act accordingly or perform some task or an action that helps you protect yourself. And there are some natural fears which we are born with. It maybe survival is one instinct we are born with, but most of our fears are indoctrinated by people around us while we are growing. Maybe parents, maybe people who you live with, or maybe people you come in contact with most of the times when you are growing up. They instill fears in you unknowingly, of course. Let's take another example here. A child might fear a dog if he is bitten by it in childhood. That is natural. But how you indoctrinate it in your kids, maybe a mother is bitten by a dog and now she is a grown up person and now she has a child, and the moment she sees a dog and she screams, and child witnesses that, and child doesn't know why to scream. At the sight of the dog, the child connects the screaming of a mother with the with that situation. The child connects the entire situation and develops a fear inside him. So now this is a learned fear. This is not a natural fear. Mother unknowingly created a fear inside the child of a dog. Now whenever the child is being approached by a dog, child knows you how to react. Now the child knows what to do is scream, shout. Now at this point I would ask you to just sit back, think what kind of fear you have. If you have any fear,
Just go back and try to trace it, where you picked it from, who gave it to you. 90% of your fears are given by somebody else, maybe a friend or a person who's around you when you were growing up. They feared something and they gave it to you as a gift. Now, many people are scared of and they fear bugs, insects, snakes, which is natural. We are taught not to touch them, not to go close to them because they bite you and you get harmed. But standing on a stage and talking to people, it doesn't harm you, but somehow we get that fear. Some people fumble, some people do not really want to climb that stage for no reason. Why I'm saying this is an irrational fear? Because this is indoctrinated, this is cultivated by somebody else in you. Now again, compare a situation where there is a snake right in front of you and there is a stage right in front of you. Snake might kill you, but stage might not kill you, and the mic and the people standing right in front of you. So it's a self-created fear. You create it because you want to avoid that situation. So your subconscious mind tells you, no, it's not good for you. Don't go on stage. Do not talk to people. Do not deliver a speech. There's no point doing it because you will not be good. You will not be able to speak properly, or 100 reasons your mind gives you. So if I say now to manage fear, there are two things to start with. This first is understand if it is a life-threatening situation for you or it is a self-created. So you would be able to decipher very easily if this is an acquired fear or this is a natural fear. So natural fears, let them be. They are good for you. But acquired fear, you need to work on it. Once you recognize which fear you are having, it will be easy to manage. Now I'll take another example. If you have a fear of snake, how can you overcome that fear? Very easy is to start talking about it. You really need not to go and hold a snake in your hand. You start talking about it. Simple. Talk to somebody, describe a snake, see colorful snakes, see the pictures, and start programming your mind with the images and the conversations about snake. So your mind starts accepting it gradually, that it's not there. Snake is not there right in front of me. I'm just talking. So it will be getting comfortable about the snake. Similarly, you can start doing about the stage, public speaking. You can start talking in your house when you're sitting inside your room. Start talking, deliver a speech, maybe just imagining that you're on a stage and deliver a speech. You can talk to your friends on phone and just speak for 2 or 3 minutes and on any topic, and probably you can stand right in front of a mirror in a bathroom or in your room and speak for 2-3 minutes, and then gradually increase the time, and then gradually you can ask 2-3 people to 2-3 friends to come on con call and talk to you, and you just deliver your speech to them. I'm talking the current scenario where you cannot go out and sit with them. This way you will gradually condition your mind and your brain to accept the situation which you fear. I talked about this in my last audio also, that whatever you repeat, your brain accepts it, your brain absorbs it. So whatever your fears are, just talk to somebody about them. It's just not sharing, it's talking about it more and more. So your brain knows that this is something very usual stuff, you always talk about it, and your brain accepts it. Now in another very easy way of managing and handling your fear is managing it through your body, not through your mind. So what happens when you get fear is your palpitation starts, your blood starts flowing in your body, and you feel the blood rush. Your muscles get activated to protect you by running away from the situation or fighting back. In both the cases, you would need muscle power. So if I refer back to the deer example, the deer has to run away from the situation, or if it is a wolf has to fight back the lion. Both these animals would need a lot of muscle power to escape or to fight back. So what your mind does to your body is it supplies extra blood by pumping extra blood through heartbeat, and so you know there's a fearful situation and you run away from it. Similarly, you can experience some symptoms in your body when you get fear. You sweat and your muscles stretch. So what you can do is manage your fear through your body. The simple technique is deep breathing. So if you control your breathing, if you control the blood flow in your, the extra blood flow which is coming through the palpitation in your body, you can manage your fear. It's a reverse cycle. So start deep breathing, and deep breathing will uh, pump less blood because you will be controlling your breathe, and you will slowly breathe and exhale and inhale. Then your palpitation will come down. First of all, the moment your palpitation, the extra thumping of the heart comes down, your rest of the body which is getting activated start getting to go back to the normal position of calmness. And once you control it for a longer period, then your automatically your extra blood supply will slow down, and you will not feel the blood rush. It's very simple technique to control the symptoms in your body. Once your body does not show that symptoms, your mind would know that there is no threat around and my body is not ready to fight or fly away. Brain stops, the amygdala stops sending those signals anymore. It doesn't send those signals anymore, it stops that. So the process stops. The brain is not releasing those chemicals in your body anymore, and it will start calming down. Once your body is in a relaxed state, your mind automatically comes to a relaxed state. So this is how you can quickly manage your any fear, which I just told you a quick fix. There are many other detailed methods and practices which we can learn and apply. So I gave you two quick fixes about managing your fears here. One is talking about it, not sharing or something like that, but just talking about it to yourself in your mind, in your self-talk, or to your friends, and facing it, actually facing the fear in your conversations. And another is managing it with a controlled breathing pattern. Now, of course, if you have more to discuss and you want to talk about any of your specific fears, you can always contact me